Hey YouTubers, hi, it's me Charlene, and I am going to tell you what is going to be for dinner. So you see all these pots of water boiling, and it's for a good reason, because tonight is lasagna and coconut cornbread. Yep, I'm going to use Jiffy, and I'm going to make coconut cornbread and lasagna, and I'm gonna have a side vegetable, and so the kids are going to love it, and so I can't wait to show you how things turn out for tonight's dinner. And of course I'm gonna have a little lasagna, and I'm going to have a little bit of cornbread, and I'm gonna have a great substitute meal to go with this, and it's gonna taste real great. And I'm trying to be eating healthy. I will confess, I did sway away and eat a couple of pounds of junk food. Nothing but junk food. I mean, I went to McDonald's and I had a sausage English muffin. Balance, people, balance. You will feel dirty and bad. Yes, I feel naughty. I feel like, oh, shouldn't have done it to myself, but I did. And so now the confession's over. Guilt is, yes, I felt guilty, and now I am learning to forgive myself, move on, and I am going to redeem myself back. And once I redeem myself back, people, my body is going to be looking slimmingly complimenting towards me. I need a bike though, so that's where my situation is. I have a bike, but now it's not my height, and so apparently it's injuring my knee, so now I got to get another bike, and that's where I burn a lot of fat. So here it is, tonight's Jiffy cornbread coconut, and I'm going to show you how I do some of it. May not go through the whole video tutorial because I have only a certain amount of video time on this recorder. So there it is. Hear that? Water is boiling, waiting for it to boil. When the water boils, I will put in this noodles and also add salt to the pot, because you don't want your noodles to stick. So once it boils, I'm going to add the pasta noodles in for, yeah, I believe you boil for about 10 minutes. Once you cook that for about 10 minutes, then we'll go through the process of adding the meat and stuff. But I'm going to put the meat and stuff on the side. And guess what? My meat be slamming. On my lasagna, it is more meat than here because I really don't see the meat. I think the meat is hiding. But it's a lot of meat. Again, it is sausage, ground beef, just different meats added together, and prepared on the side, and sauce added, and cheese added, and layers. Good stuff. You're gonna hear my food sing. Okay, so till then. Okay, here it goes, YouTubers. Got the ground beef in there, and right here I'm gonna have added some sausage meat, and take that off, and I'm going to stir all that together. And let it start to cook up, brown up, and add seasoning to it as well, which, you know, everybody knows when it comes down to flavoring of your meat, seasonings are very crucially important. This is great for when you want to make other things like big ziti as well. Still browning in there. This is gonna taste so great. You just don't know. The flavors in here, you could smell the flavors and the seasoning just rolling around there. I add some herbs. So now that seasoning is all there, And that looks great. It smells great. This is going to be fantastic. A lot of people love my lasagna. And next we're going to go through the cheese cutting process while this is cooking. Okay, now this kind of lasagna, I make two different kinds of lasagna. I make the Spanish kind, the Italian kind, and so this is going to be the Spanish flavor seasoning kind of based lasagna. And so I'm going to add two different kinds of sauce. I'm going to add the Demani sauce, the ragu sauce, and I am going to add sofrito. Okay, so here it goes. I have my Goya sauce, my sofrito Goya sauce, my ragu sauce, and some more sofrito sauce. So I'm going to add all this to the ground beef, and then I'm going to have some more sauce to go with the layers of the lasagna. So this is going to make up my sauce base for my lasagna. Alright, so here it is. All my sauce mixed with my beef. And I'm going to put this in my layers, heat it up real quick a little bit. And I'm going to put this back on my layers. And it smells good, has its own funky, good, delicioso flavoring to it. That's like, mira. Goya, oh boy. So, tastes real good. A lot of people like it. So, and my kids love it. So, there you go. Okay, so I'm pre-layering my pan with sauce. And I'm going to use a couple of these. You see my sauce is just like cooking and boiling in there. So, I scoop between the two. So, I take and I scoop. And that way, I have my first layer. It's going to have some meaty flavor sauce on it. I lay this across, so you drape it across each pan, because I'm going to make a couple of pans of this, and then you're going to see how it's going to look out. You may have to cut a piece off to make it good.
Did they say 8? I could have sworn they said 8. What?
Then you're going to put this on the next layer.
Behind you.
Right here, like so. This is like great. I can't wait to eat this. I make sure I have a lot of meat in there. I have some meaty lovers.
I did not even expect them to.
There you go. Put that in there. Okay, so this is my ricotta cheese that I'm using. I'm also going to take the food processor and I am going to process the cheese. So what I do is I pour the ricotta sauce into a bowl like this. I get as much in there as I can. There, like that. And then what I do is I take parsley or whatever I'm going to add, whatever kind of seasoning, depending on which flavoring. I dropped something. Depending on which flavoring I use, and then I pre-stir it in there. Yeah, it makes it nice and pretty, and you don't have to do it for each layer because it's already done. There. See how that goes? Like that. Yeah, and so then that's going to be my scoop for my layers. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to start adding this in here. I'm not sure if I could do this holding this with you guys. Okay, and maybe not. Hold on. I'm going to try to do the best I can in this tutorial video. And I may do some with you and then show you what it looks like afterwards, because it's kind of hard to manage the camera under my chin and also do this. See how that's coming out? Well, depending on what kind of cheese you want to use, this one looks like more like fettuccine kind of cheese, but it actually will do as well. And you could turn it into the sliced ones as well. So, more cheese to go. Okay, show you now afterwards. I'm going to take this cheese, put it over here, sprinkle it around, and give it towards your liking. Some people mix their layers differently, to each his own. Then I make sure ricotta's added, as you can see. And there. And I'll add another layer. Sometimes I like to add some more cheese on top of it to make it more cheesy on top of that ricotta. And sometimes I like to add just a little bit more sauce on top. You do yours your way, you know, to each liking, but I like to play with it. Okay, and there it is. Now I'm going to go for the next layer. Starting my next layer, I like to use small pans because you can make them more cozier and stock them up, and you can also give them out, whatever. But it's to me, it's better doing cozy small ones than the big giant ones. So now that layer's done, and I'll add the ground beef on top of that sauce. And I'll add some more Del Monte sauce with that sauce. Oops, I'll drop the lid. And then add some more sauce with that. This mellows down the flavor a little, but it just, again, tastes great. Add some more meat in that middle part. Then we are going to add cheese. Cheese, 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 cheese. And that's what's making the lasagna poppin'. Okay. And some more cheese. And I need to put more cheese and then ricotta sauce. Here it is. That's it. Lasagna, bon appetit. Isn't that beautiful? So the last layer is going to be your cheese, your sauce with your meat, and it's wonderful. Tastes great, and this is Spanish style flavoring, seasoned up. Voila, lasagna. Can't get no better than that. So there it goes. Bye. All right, there it is. Lasagna made with love. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? 2 pans of lasagna. There you go. Can't beat that. Look at that. All that spices, herbs, and everything. Just leave me at like, taste me. And this is how you get down in the kitchen. This is how it's done. Isn't that good? Singing. And here it is. Voila. Coconut cornbread. It looks so nice and soft. Watch this. Nice and soft. Smells coconutty, fresh. There you go. Coconut cornbread. Look at them coconut flakes. Tastes nice and coconutty.